Let's talk about turning your biggest operational headache into your sharpest competitive edge. We're going to dive into a case study about how one bank did exactly that, using a new breed of AI to completely overhaul its payment processing.
So, here's the real question for any leader today. Is your back office pushing you forward, or is it secretly holding you back? Because there's a good chance something's slowing you down that you can't even see.
For a lot of banks, that invisible drag comes from swift payment processing. All that manual work. It's not just slow, it's a breeding ground for silent risks and hidden costs that are quietly eating away at your margins.
And what does that actually look like? Well, it's slow turnarounds, messy data, huge compliance risks, and of course, simple human error. And look, these aren't just little hiccups. They are deep, systemic cracks in your operational foundation.
So how do you fix a problem that's so deeply woven into your process? Well, you don't just automate it, you give it a brain.
We're not talking about your standard automation here. This is agentic automation. Think less of a bot that just mindlessly clicks buttons and more of an AI agent that can actually think, decide, and orchestrate an entire complex workflow.
The SwiftBot agent basically has a four-step dance. First, it uses natural language processing to read and actually understand the transaction. Then, its machine learning brain makes a decision based on all the compliance rules. Next, it acts on that decision with precision. And finally, it connects all the dots using APIs to get the job done.
Okay, the tech is cool, but does it work? Let's get right to the numbers because they really do speak for themselves.
First off, look at this. The agent took the end-to-end processing time and just cut it in half.
That's a 50% reduction. That doesn't just make things faster, it fundamentally changes your operational clock speed.
But it wasn't just about going faster. It also drove a nearly 40% leap in accuracy and compliance. I mean, think about that from a risk perspective. That is huge.
And what about the human impact? A 25% productivity boost. That means your expert teams were freed up to stop chasing data and start focusing on high-value strategic work.
Now, here's the most important part. This was never about a one-time fix. It's about building an entirely new framework for the future. This quote from the case study just nails it. The point was never to replace people. It was to amplify them, to turn a traditional cost center into a real source of competitive power.
So what you end up with is a truly future-ready system. It's not a static tool. It's an intelligent, scalable platform that's built from the ground up to evolve as your business and regulations change. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What if your automation wasn't just a tool for today, but an intelligent, evolving partner for your business tomorrow? What could you build then?